Can I have some, brother?
Beat it.
I can't find work and I have no money.
Sometimes you might ask yourself why Human Act insists so much on wealth tax and promote it as the ultimate solution to reduce extreme poverty. Well, today's the day. Grab a cup of coffee and watch this video to find out. With simple and real math, we're going to show you how exactly wealth tax works. But before getting started, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content. A wealth tax is an annual tax on a person's net wealth, the market value of all assets minus debts. It's different from income tax, which taxes yearly earnings. Some countries canceled big wealth taxes decades ago, but there's renewed interest lately because wealth concentration keeps growing and policymakers are exploring ways to fund big social goals. They debate what the best way is to go for it. Human Act advocates for only 1% annually wealth tax, which is so tiny compared to all billionaires' fortune. Now, what's the formula? Let's say someone has $1 billion net wealth. The policy exempts the first $50 billion and would apply a 1% rate on the rest. So the calculation goes like this. The taxable wealth is $950 million and 1% of this money would be $9.5 million. So from that person, the state or government would collect $9.5 million per year under this 1% wealth tax. Is it too much money when speaking of $1 billion? According to the latest Forbes figures, there are about 3,028 billionaires worldwide with combined net wealth around $60.1 trillion. Now, imagine we apply a 1% tax on the wealth of all billionaires with that hypothetical $50 million exemption per each person. The result will look like this. So, the approximate number for all billionaires would be $159.49 billion per year. Ending extreme poverty with cash transfers has been estimated to cost about $67.6 billion per year. This estimate comes from 13 countries that together make up 35% of the world's poor. The price we just talked about is way more than what's needed to cover many estimates for ending extreme poverty globally, or at least very large parts of it. Even after exemptions and ups and downs, it shows how powerful a 1% wealth tax can be. Why should we all advocate for a wealth tax? As you see, even just a slice of this revenue can finance basic services such as health, education, and clean water. These are what lift people out of extreme poverty, not just charity and philanthropy. Because the tax is yearly, it provides sustained funds, not one-off. That aids long-term planning. With good policy design, evasion and leakages can be reduced. What we mean is high exemptions so middle class and lower are unaffected. Also, strong anti-avoidance rules, valuing assets properly, and international cooperation are necessary. In this path, we always face some criticisms, so it's important how to address them. Let's dive into some of the most common ones. Number 1. It's really hard to put a fair number on things like private businesses, art, or rare collections. People worry that valuations will be inconsistent or manipulated. Well, we can use trusted valuers like people who are fair and independent and assume lower estimates rather than guess high. Transparency is the key here. It's important to make other institutions like banks and brokers to report what people actually own, so hiding stuff becomes harder. Number 2. Rich people might move assets offshore, change their residency, or use legal loopholes to avoid paying the tax. That's a good point. We can reduce these risks through strong enforcement, international cooperation rules that cover exit taxes or residency, and making hiding assets harder. Yeah, again, it's about transparency. Number 3. People might reduce their taxable wealth by changing investments, underreporting, or shifting into exempt asset types, so actual revenue is less than predicted. Studies show well-designed 1% wealth taxes tend to shrink the taxable base by maybe 7 to 17% due to responses. But even after those losses, the revenue remains large if thresholds are high and enforcement is good. Number 4. Collecting the tax every year, valuing diverse assets, and enforcing all sounds expensive and complex, maybe so much that a lot of the revenue is eaten up. Don't panic. The complexity can be controlled by limiting the number of people in the first steps. We can start with easier to value assets, use existing financial infrastructure for reporting, and budgeting properly for administration. So, a 1% wealth tax is not just theory. It could generate hundreds of billions of dollars per year globally, enough to fund many of the services that would eliminate extreme poverty. If you believe in fairness and want real change, this is one of the tools we should push for. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. More spicy content is on the way.